Hi, I'm Ashley from Sunny Maid, and we are on block 6 of our building block series. Hi friends, welcome back. It's another week. We get to do another free quilt block. Let me show you what that looks like. Look how fun this is. We are creating a pinwheel in the middle, but we are doing it with quarter square triangles this time. Last month we did it with flying geese, and this month we're doing it with quarter square triangles. So you are going to need a little bit of every type of fabric, your darker and medium prints, your bright print and your contrasting print, and of course your background fabric. So let's take it to the cutting mat and get started. Okay, here are our pieces that we need. So in a background, mid, and dark, we need a 7.5-inch square, one of each. Then in our bright and contrasting, we need 2 4 inches. So 2 of each, okay? And we just need a little bit of everything today. We're gonna start by taking our 2 4-inch squares, and we are going to cut them in half diagonally. Like I showed you, we are making quarter square triangles with a little bit of fun on one side. Okay, then we are going to take one of these and one of these. We are going to put them together just like this, and we're going to make 4 sets of them. Okay, here we have our 4 triangle sets with our bright and contrasting fabric ironed towards the red side or the bright side. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to stack these larger squares on top of each other. We're going to do the exact same thing to all 3 of these. We're going to take our ruler and we are going to cut them into 4 triangles diagonally from corner to corner one direction. And then we are going to cut them diagonally, corner to corner in the other direction, which then creates 4 triangles from each square. And so we're going to take these and I'm going to lay out my block. We're going to make 4 that are exactly the same way. We have our first triangle set there on the right, our dark fabric on the top, our medium fabric on the bottom, and then our background fabric on the left. And I'm just going to stack them up just like this so I can take them over to the sewing machine this way. And we are going to make 4 squares that look exactly the same. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 triangles, sew them together, press them towards the darker fabric. Then I'm going to sew these 2 triangles together and press towards the darker fabric. I will then sew that center diagonal together and press open. Now that we have all these put together, I ironed them nice and flat, and we are going to give them a trim up. These are going to be 6.5 inches by 6.5 inches, and we're going to use that center diagonal with our ruler. So I'm going to put that diagonal line right there on my ruler. My center here in the center, 3.25 by 3.25 inches, both vertically and horizontally. Hold it down really tight so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to trim it, the side and the top. And then I'm going to flip that around, line my edges up at 6.5 inches. That diagonal line should go down that other diagonal if you did it correctly, and cut the other 2 sides. So now that we have them, we are going to trim them all up, all 4 of them, and then we're going to put our block together. This is the fun part. These blocks are going to be the corners of our block. Now, this isn't the way we're going to put it together, but I kind of wanted to show you. If you put the blue and the white towards the center, they become the center focus of our pinwheel, and then it just frames it. What we are actually going to do is rotate them so that it creates a double pinwheel here in the middle of our block. And here we have each block laid out in a different direction with that medium blue and the red there in the center. So we're going to sew the top two together, the bottom two together, both pressing towards that medium blue fabric, and then sew that center line together. We have a beautiful double pinwheel here in the middle. It's kind of fun to see the pinwheels here and add the pinwheels in the center. This is going to be, once again, 12.5 by 12.5 inches. So I'm just going to use my 12.5 inch square, place the center 6 1/4 here in the center. Okay. And do a, whoops, and of course it moves on me, do a final trim. Now that diagonal line should also be going corner to corner if you want to check that out. And I trimmed my other blocks so well that I don't really have to do much at this point. But this one, I'm going to line it up at the edge of my ruler. The center should be at 6 1/4. And there's my last two little bits. And there is your block. Okay, here you are. It's all ready. What do you think? How did yours turn out? I actually like the way mine turned out. My center is actually pretty fun. My points all come together. I didn't cut any of my points off, so that's kind of nice. Now let me show you my other one I made. I didn't make any big changes to this one. I did it exactly the same, just with different fabrics. Of course, the bright colors are fun, and I thought about making a change, but you know, I like the way it turned out. So here it is. How did yours come out? I would love to see how they came out. I am on Instagram at Ashley_SunnyMade. Make sure you go find me, tag me in your posts. I want to see what you're working on. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I will get back to them as soon as I'm able to. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you next week. Happy sewing!